up, sir? How you doing? I'm not too bad, sir. Not too bad at all. You?
Blue Rays, you know what I'm saying, man? Down at the point. And the gold. Play against the East End in the black. The drive, step back, plan. Quick. And bring it down. The pass. Inside. Trucking. Back out. And the J. Bang. I said bang. Too hard. A little loose. Bring it back down. Pass. Pass. And the drive. Pass out. And the J. No good. Rebound. Step back. Cannon. Oh, step back. No good. Rebound. Bonnet. Nice pass. Nice pass. A stolen though. My main man. Moving slow. He's moving slow. He's moving slow as a mug. He scored. He scored. And bring it back down. Huh? And with the rock, the drive, quick, just takes it up. Good day, day. Back out. The Maya, inside. Shoot it, bunny, they say. And the J, it's no good. Rebound. Passed it by Quez. And Quez is getting off early today. Bring it back down. The jumper, like a bull, Nice pass. Inside. And the J, no good. Rebound, back up. Brandon. Drive, nice pass. And Brandon. Inside. Shot. Counting. Vinny. I said Vinny. And we got hair connection. Will. Will. You got a haircut? No. Who else is Mill? Come on, straight here for mine, dude. And quick. Rebound. And a shot, no good. Bringing it. Pass. Shot. Ooh, Lord. Real low to the hole. George. What's up, George? And the first shot by Lowe's is good. Second shot by Lowe's, also good. Huh? Yeah, somebody smoking some junk. Don't move, police. They smoking junk. You ain't got to worry about it, man. You ain't got police. You ain't got to worry about what they smoking. It's junk. Don't waste your time coming over trying to find it. It's dump, officer. It's dump. It's wicked the mud. Wrong shot. Huh? They smoking dump, man. That's dump. That's what it is, man. I tell you what it's not. It's not no Reggie, huh? Not no Reggie. Number 31, Miller, Indiana, baby, bro. Y'all ain't smoking none of that. Now you ain't smoking no Reggie. You ain't smoking no Reggie. So let it go, player. Y'all smoking dump. Y'all ain't smoking no Reggie. Number 31, Miller, Indiana, huh? Hey, you come back and sing the last day for us again, man. Hey, you wasn't bad, brother. But you know what, when I used to sing the gospel, man, I used to have them sisters shout. You don't believe that, do you? Okay, then. I ain't gonna give you no demo, but trust me, when I tell you that I used to do that, man. The sisters used to shout. They say, oh, Lord, say it. You know what I'm saying? That's what they used to say, man. Inside the jumper. County! Oh, who's that, Ray? Ray back with y'all, man? And bringing it. Oh, wait, man, look at that sister there, man. Now, we got Turbo now, man, and this sister here, she come walking past. That's your best friend. What's her name? Ronnie? Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie. Go, girl. Woo-hoo. Bonnie. Woo-hoo. Good God Almighty. Well, Bonnie is R-A-W, huh? Raw. Yeah. Yeah, about stolen. Real. The pad. Oh man, waking them up. Man, waking them up. They gonna take off. Well, the South Legs. That was South Legs. You know you wasn't gonna dump that ball. And bring it. Okay. Pass. Rebound. The drag. Shot. And a foul. Hey, Booba, are you gonna play today? You gonna play? He missed. We both with those. And Brandon. At D. Jump shot. Bang. I said bang, 2-pointer. Look at that. And tag. Who's that sound? Which one? Get there. And inside. Oh boy, that was weak in the mud. That was weak, man. Yeah, he's supposed to slam. Yeah. Oh, my man. My main man. Yeah. How you feel, lady? How you feel, lady? And Brandon. The shape. Ball stolen. Spinning. Boy. Everybody's looking at the lady in red. Huh? This Tuesday at Mayo High School, from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock, Derek Smith shootout at Louisville Mayo High School. 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. $10 to get in. Jump shot. Play. Give it up. Is he gonna go? No. Weak more. 6'6" and can't go. Pass. And the fake. Shot. No good. Rebound. Boo-boo! Jump shot. Ooh, Lord. Yeah. And that shot was good. And bring it down. And play. Tough shot. Okay, my man. And bringing it. Kick ball. He's trying to get it to you. You got to get there. Inside, trucking. Oh, go, my man, he's coaching. One play work. The drive. Nice. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. Bring it. The play. Oh, man. That shot, no good. The drive. Shot, counted. Okay, game. Pass inside. Captain. JB. The shot. Bang. I said bang. What's up, man? Jump shot. The drag. He's cold. He is cold. Oh, Lord. Pass. Close. And Jay Short. The fade. The jumper, no good. Got numbers. County. And we are at the half. It is East End 37, Algonquin Park 20.
Hi, I know you want to get back to your live stream, but I want to take this minute to talk about Images by Patrick. Hi, I'm Patrick, and I've been a professional photographer for over 25 years, specializing in actors' headshots, professional headshots, family portraits, and much, much more. You can find me at www.imagesbypatrick.photography or find me on Facebook at Images by Patrick and get your image on. Now, back to your live stream.
You can experience a taste of history at Bro Brothers Distillery. It's officially the first African-American-owned distillery in Kentucky. Joining me now are the Bro Brothers, Victor, Bryson, and Chris Yarbrough. Thank you all so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for having us.
So tell me a little bit about the story behind Bro Brothers Distillery and how this all got started.
Well, it began 9 years ago now. We started as an import-export company with an office in the U.S. and office in the U.K., and we started to export English cider to the U.S., and that's how we started. Then we said, oh, well, let's figure out how we get our native spirit into the U.K. And we started to export craft beer and bourbon and moonshine into the U.K. So that's how we started as a company, and we continually just to vertically integrate until we have our own brand and manufacturing, and so this is kind of where we are in the process. So this is year 9, and we're still growing.
Obviously, Kentucky is the place to be with bourbon. So that's, how did you decide to come to Louisville rather, after being working overseas?
Well, we're originally from Louisville, so it came to a point to where it's time to go home and be able to build in the community and bring back some economic opportunities back home.
How has the business grown since you started?
Leaps and bounds. I mean, when we initially started, it was the struggle years is what we call it. My wife literally kept the lights on for us while we went and delivered boxes and things like that personally. Now we can say, hey, we now are able to have teams do that for us. So, we have our own brand, and we've grown into 10 states now. We'll be in 25 by May. And the distillery, we filled our first barrel late last year, so we'll continue to fill barrels. And we're just looking to expand space already. So, our supporters have been, really, really grateful in supporting us.
You're obviously in a highly competitive industry as a distillery. So what do you think sets Bro Brothers Distillery apart from the others?
I would say Bro Brothers Distillery is a vast difference. How we started, we came back to where we're from. The distillery is located in the neighborhood that we grew up in. So our grassroots support is probably among the best when we're talking about distilleries. And that grows.
Right.
And bringing it.
Excuse me 1 second. I'm gonna give you you was giving me, in high school, who? I ain't gonna lie, in high school, you was giving me Sam Cassell bag. You was giving me Sam Cassell bag.
Second shot good. Three-pointer. He ain't got no legs, man. What you want him to do? Serve. Serve. So let's check it out. Don't forget you can go and check out the live stream right now. You can go. Boubet is on fire. He is on fire, but last year though, Algonquin Park started out slow and they ended up in the Final Four. So somebody's like, how did Algonquin Park get the late game in the first game of the day? It's because they went to the Final Four last year. You go to the Final Four, you get the late games. You know what I'm saying? Lee Vine and Hope by Hope is in the park in Centennial. So the runners up last year. But I talked to a couple of guys from the East. I talked to a couple of guys from the East. I talked to a couple of guys from the East. They was like, hold on, we back, we new, we improved, we want everybody. We want all the smoke. We got Day Sloan. Like, I might be the best player in the dirt ball. It's 240 dudes in the dirt ball. And Davon Sloan has a legitimate argument that he is the absolute best right now today. So let me tell you about something about Davon Sloan. Day. So he played in the Big 12. He played at Kansas State. Same team. He used to play for them. He played at Taylor County in high school. He was that good. Actually, Rick Pitino was looking at him like as a freshman and sophomore. Was like, well, who was dude? He was that good. That ain't right there. Number 23 in the red. Nice. So we got a 15-point lead. Lil Buddy. What's up, Lil Buddy? So Lil Buddy, his career is done with getting money. He played 16 consecutive years to get money. His contract came to an end. I mean, check that man. Check him. Not good. So Boubet's like, keep playing. That was a good call, I guess. Hey, Boubet was out. Hit Boubet on the sideline. Boubet's like, I ain't even got no argument. But like I said, we talked about this last year too. So Algonquin Park, they didn't start the season too hot last year. And that's typical with Algonquin Park. Algonquin Park might lose the first 3 games of the summer. But last year, what they did, they just went to the Final Four. They had the upset of the year. They beat GOC. They beat GOC in the Final Four last year in the first round. They beat them in the first round. They sure did. But next week, though, the 5:30 game on Sunday, we were just talking about this. I'm going to get back to Cornell. Park Hill, East End, next Sunday. 5:30, Park Hill, East End. And Jeremiah Bell has made his dirt bowl debut. A lot of people were talking about the young man right here and said he's never played in the dirt bowl. It's like, Jeremiah Bell's one of the top guys in the city, but he's never played in dirt bowl. What are we gonna see what Jeremiah Bell does? I mean, he's tough. So look, don't forget, we got about just under the 8-minute mark, coming up on 8.5-minute mark, 18-point lead for the mighty East. Smoketown, Shepherd Square, Clarksdale, Clay, Jackson, Shelby, Atherton, Eastern, Mezquite, Instant Mid, one of the most prolific organizations in double history, and they're back again, and they look dominant. It's hood on my back. I ain't even see hood on my back. Hood on my back was like, hey man, be nice this year. So when you got Day and Jeremiah,
lost some house keys. If you lost your house keys, please come up to the score table and pick up your house keys if you lost them.
Cornell, we talked about the best backcourt in the league in the last game. It's gonna be hard for somebody to convince me that there's a backcourt a two-gap backcourt in this year's dirt bowl that's better than Day and JB. I mean, they're nice. Go ahead, Corn.
No, I was just trying to tell somebody lost the keys.
And jump shot. No good. Drag. And with the rock. Who's out of shape, man? Jumper, cannon, bang. I said bang, 3 corner. Drag. What's up, girl? What's you got no cups, man? Water and Gatorade. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, girl. He said he got water and Gatorade. Ain't no way you got that combination. Yeah. Ain't no way you got water and Gatorade. The police is down there, they can't tell. Yeah, they ain't give you no test.
Sure do.
What about the Lakers? Who's a Laker fan? I bet you don't. Yeah, go get it. Boy, this right here is some lines, dude. I'll tell you, man, you're going straight hell for lying.
Vonnie, turn out! Who Vonnie?
I know that's a lie. And shot, count it.
Come on, y'all.
Oh man, that's tough. I ain't never seen bro miss a chance like that. Are you tired, bro? Bro ain't tired. Bro, are you tired? And count that. We're gonna time out. I won't worry about going to the bench for them. Now I'm letting y'all know right now. It's